The fries in that frozen bag have already been cooked once. They were fried in hot oil at the factory, then frozen solid long before they ever reached your kitchen. The bag is full of fries that are already half done. That is the hidden truth behind how French fries are made in a factory. And it is one of the most interesting facts about the food we eat without thinking. So what really happens to a raw potato on its way to that freezer? It starts in the ground with a very particular potato. These are not the round potatoes you roast for dinner. They are long, pale giants, bred to be as long as possible. They are packed with starch and low in water, chosen so they fry up firm and golden instead of soggy. Some are grown mostly to become fries, and almost nothing else. The fry has quietly become the potato's favorite disguise. In many places, a huge share of the whole crop never reaches a plate as a potato at all. It is peeled, cut, and frozen instead, headed for a fast food carton or a freezer bag. More potatoes may end their lives as fries than in any other single form. After harvest, they do not rush to the fryer. They wait. Millions of potatoes rest in vast, dark storage sheds, sometimes for months, and the air in those sheds is guarded with obsessive care. The temperature is held in a narrow window, never too warm, never too cold. Get it wrong, and the potato quietly ruins itself from the inside. Remember that. It matters later. When their turn comes, the potatoes tumble out by the river load. First, they are washed, then peeled in a burst of violence, blasted with high-pressure steam, so hot it cooks the thin skin loose in seconds. A quick tumble rubs the skins away, leaving them naked and pale. The steam is greedy for speed, but gentle on the potato. It strips only the thinnest skin, so barely any of the potato is thrown away. I find myself wondering where you are watching this from tonight. A city in Belgium where they treat fries as a national treasure. A town in Japan. A village in Peru. Fries have marched onto nearly every menu on Earth, so I am curious which country you are in right now. Not the town, the country. Now, back to the line. Then comes the strangest machine of all. There is no giant blade. Instead, the potatoes are fired through a tube of rushing water like torpedoes. They shoot forward at the speed of a car racing down a street. Waiting at the end is a fixed grid of sharp blades. The potato slams through it and bursts out the other side already sliced into perfect fries. No chopping, no pressing. The potato is moving so fast that the water itself becomes the cutting force. Speed does all the work. The moment they are cut, the fries are rinsed hard. Water washes the loose starch off every fresh face. Skip that, and the fries would glue themselves into one sticky lump. Water is everywhere in this place. It does not only cut, it carries the fries, floating them down long channels from machine to machine. The whole factory runs like a fast, cold river. Now a torrent of raw fries races down the line, but not one of them is trusted yet. Electronic eyes scan every fry, hunting for dark spots and flaws. When they find one, a jet fires and slices the bad piece out in an instant. The long, handsome fries are sorted from the short, stubby ends. Length decides which bag they are destined for. Nothing here is wasted. The broken bits and short ends are swept aside and mashed into other shapes, like hash browns and crispy potato puffs. The scale is hard to picture. A single big plant can pour out tons of fries every hour, more than a small town could eat in a day. Then the fries take a hot bath. This step is quiet, but it is doing something clever. They are cooked gently in hot water before any oil touches them. This softens the inside and sets them up to fry evenly. The water is timed with real care. Too short and the centers stay hard. Too long And the fries turn mushy before they ever see oil. And it secretly washes out sugar. That will turn out to be the whole game in a moment. So here is a choice worth making. A thin shoestring fry or a thick chunky steak fry. One word. Thin or thick. Write it below. Only now does the oil arrive. The fries plunge into hot oil, but only for a short dip. Just long enough to build a thin golden crust on the outside. Inside, they stay pale and barely cooked. This is a fry deliberately left unfinished, half made, on purpose. That short dip does something sneaky. The hot oil flash seals the surface, locking moisture inside so the fry stays fluffy, not dry. There is real science in cooking them twice. The first cooking softens the starchy heart into fluff. The second, later in your kitchen, snaps a crisp shell around it. One fry, two completely different jobs. Then the temperature drops off a cliff. The warm fries rush into a freezing tunnel, colder than the deepest winter night, blasted with air so cold they turn rock solid in minutes. They freeze so fast that each fry stays separate, never clumping into a solid block. That is why they pour loose from the bag. Some fries get one more secret layer. A whisper-thin coating is sprayed on, an invisible armor built to keep them crisp long after they leave the factory. From that freezing tunnel, the fries never warm up again. They ride frozen trucks into frozen warehouses, a cold chain that stretches all the way to your kitchen. Break it once, and they go limp. And the frozen fry is a surprisingly modern idea. Before it, every fry was cut and cooked fresh on the spot. One trick, freezing a half-cooked fry, let fries conquer the world almost overnight. And here lies the strange paradox of the whole thing. The factory works incredibly hard to cook these fries only halfway. Its real goal is not a finished fry at all. It is building a fry that can survive freezing, survive a long journey, and then finish cooking perfectly in a kitchen far away. The last, most important step is left for someone else. Now for the secret hiding in that storage shed, the single strangest fact of all. The golden color of a fry is not really about the oil. It is controlled by sugar, hidden inside the potato. Here is the trap. Store a potato somewhere too cold, and it panics. It quietly turns its own starch into sugar, trying to protect itself. That extra sugar is invisible in a raw potato. But drop it into hot oil, and it burns fast, turning the fry dark, blotchy, and bitter. That dark burn is not just ugly to look at. It brings a harsh, acrid taste. The golden color everyone loves lives in a narrow window, right between pale and burnt. So a fry can be ruined weeks before it is ever cut, just by being kept a few degrees too cold. This is why those sheds are guarded so carefully, and why you should never store your own potatoes in the fridge. The cold makes them sweet in the worst way. Factories can even rescue a too cold potato. They gently warm it for days, coaxing it to turn that sugar back into starch before it is allowed near the oil. So every perfectly golden fry is really the result of a long, quiet war against sugar. Look at the whole impossible journey in a single fry. A potato bred long and starchy, peeled by steam, fired through water into a wall of blades, bathed to strip its sugar, fried just enough to be left unfinished, then frozen in a heartbeat. All of it, so a humble potato can cross the world in a freezer and still turn crisp and golden in your kitchen minutes before you eat. I still cannot get my head around one of these, that a potato kept too cold quietly turns to sugar and burns. Which fact surprised you the most?